In April 2022, I had a phone call with my lawyer, Mr. Scott P. Batey of Batey Law Associates on 30200 Telegraph Road, Bingham Farms, Michigan, about the collection status of my $1,046,000 judgment that he won for me against my former employer, Pomeroy IT Solutions Sales Company, Incorporated. My lawyer during that phone call mentioned to me that he had a problem with collecting because the employer's payroll account that he subpoenaed from Citizens Bank had been closed. And when he mentioned that to me, I said to him, "Oh, so that must mean that my employer did something illegal, right?" Instead of agreeing with me, this man went into a very, very severe line of questioning about who did I work for, what was my job title, what were my job duties and responsibilities, what locations did I frequent. And he made it very, very clear at the time of the phone call that he didn't believe a lick of anything that I had wrote in my written testimony. And I don't recall how that conversation ended. It simply ended. And as I was driving home, I was frustrated, I was upset, I was fearful, I was scared, and I was traumatized. I was actually in near disbelief that my lawyer believed that I, an IT professional with a Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, would ever need to lie in a court about anything to make $1 million in my lifetime. When I got home, I immediately sent him and his paralegal an email with the employment verification details he indirectly requested with his line of questioning. And I sent the employment verification details to his paralegals. He got the message. He called me back sometime later. I don't recall how long it took for him to call me back. He called me back. And after a little conversation, he said, "I believe you." And in a really snippy, sharp, threatening tone of voice said, "We need to work closer together." And then after that, the call ended. I figured that meant that he wanted me to do some extra work as a non-lawyer. So I attempted to contact a private investigator who could have did things like forensic accounting and all sorts of other things that they could have did to help my lawyer collect the money. My lawyer refused to answer the phone call from the private investigator. And so I followed up with him again about it, and I told him about all the different things I could assist with, and he was just not receptive to it at all. In fact, the only reason why the collection process ended up restarting was because the SBA held